Happy Monday, everybody. D-Truth here, a.k.a. Dustin Ward, coming to you live and direct on Facebook Live from Obscure Tattoo and Oddity. I keep getting them all mixed up. My man next to me is Keith Campbell. What's that?
Mitch Keith.
Mitch Keith Campbell. See, man, this is like my first time doing this. I knew I was going to be a little bit nervous, you know what I mean? I had all this shit written down, and of course I'd fuck it up. Why wouldn't I? Mitch over here, he hit me up after episode 2 of Cup of Truth and told me to, like, roll through his Oddity and tattoo shop, and I was like, man, bet. Like, but can I interview you while I'm there? So this morning I drove to 3907 East Jackson. It's like a quarter mile off the Muncie bypass, far southeast side of Muncie. They're open from 1 to 9 every day. They do walk-ins and appointments. They've been here for 2 months now. And as I was scrolling through the Facebook page, they had like 40 reviews, all 5 stars. A lot of them were shouting out Mitch himself. So it seems like he has like a pretty loyal customer base. And I'm really excited to be here, brother. So how you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Hell yeah. So Mitch, go ahead and like tell us a little bit something about yourself. I saw on Facebook. It's weird that we can like kind of learn about each other on like fucking social media nowadays. But I saw that it said you were born in Berlin, Germany. No. Okay. I was like, tell me about that. See, that's why you can't trust everything you see online either. Like, I don't know what the fuck's real and what's not. And that's what's beautiful about this is like Mitch and I know each other. From my old job, he would come in, and I always recognized that he was like super laid back and cool. I was always like the fun police, and I never had to fucking police him, man. He was always just like, he was always on point and like kept us cool and shit, and I always appreciated the people that would do that. So Mitch, go ahead and just tell me a little bit about yourself before I assume anything else.
Well, I am from Muncie.
Okay.
Born and raised, and been tattooing for about 18 years.
Damn, man.
Yeah, long time. I done my first tattoo when I was 16 years old on my brother.
Yeah? How old was your brother?
I think he was like 12.
Oh, yeah? How'd your parents feel about that?
They didn't care.
Nice.
They didn't care at all.
Oh, that's awesome. My dad would have been livid, man.
My parents never cared about tattoos. I grew up with all my family getting tattoos. So
Yeah.
it was something that I really wanted to get into.
Mm-hmm.
I got my first tattoo gun. I got my first tattoo, and I thought it was really cool. You know, we was listening to Korn, and
yeah,
it was a good vibe that I felt from the art I was getting. I went back and broke in and stole his unprofessional equipment and started going to town.
You know, and that's like beautiful too. And I think it's so awesome that your parents like never stifled that creativity that you had like within you. Yeah. I think a lot of parents like I got mad love for my parents. Like my mom was always like a really good friend to me, and my dad was definitely a dad though, you know. And he told me not to get tattoos, and of course I didn't listen to him because I always imagined myself with him. But I think it's cool that you were able to like accept yourself for who you were at such a young age, man. And did you always feel that, or did it feel different?
Are you talking about feeling art?
Yeah, feeling art and like just like, do you think that like getting the tattoos at a young age like helped you like become the person that you are today? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It sure did. I'm self-taught. I've taught myself everything. I've never had anybody apprentice me or anything. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Everything I've learned on my own and watching people. And I mean, I've worked from here to. I worked in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, at a shop for a year, and then I went to York and worked there for a year, and been to Florida and put my art in a lot of places.
Yeah. How'd those other shops go, and like what made you want to come back to Muncie? Was it just family since you're from here?
All my clients are here.
Yeah.
I have so many people that I tattoo here.
Yeah.
You know, having everybody hit me up every day. I want a tattoo. Kind of made me want to come back. It's hard to stay. I make good money here.
Yeah, and the cost of living around this area is like so cheap, man.
Yeah,
people are sometimes like, "Why are you still in Muncie?" And I'm like, "Why wouldn't I be?" I mean, I feel like we have like a pretty cool like social scene going on here. You know,
I love Muncie.
Yeah, there's a lot of like entrepreneurship going on. You know, you got Be Here Now in the village. You got the Guardian Brewery. Downtown, which I just went there and saw a burlesque show for the first time. You ever been to burlesque at all?
Yep.
Man, that was awesome.
Definitely love it.
Yeah, shout out to Funcy Femmes. Like that was a good show, man.
Where was that at again?
It was at the Guardian Brewery. It was a free show, man. Yeah, it was
Guardian
wild.
Brewery. Where's that at?
It's
Oh,
right
that's
there at the
the-
Mad Jacks
yeah,
building,
yeah.
like Madison and Jackson.
I've never been there yet.
Yeah, no, I'd never been there either before. I mean, I'd had their beers before,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was really good, man. It was really good. So, so yeah, when you moved all around, like, did you notice anything about like Muncie that stuck out when you came back from like living in these other places? Because I've only really lived in like 2 cities, and I've visited a lot of other places, but there's a few things in Muncie that like stick out to me. I was wondering if anything like that stuck out to you about Muncie.
Muncie's just really pretty to me. You'll go to towns and they'll be run down and nobody ever does anything with them. And Muncie seems like everything's being redone and it just gets prettier and prettier, especially downtown.
Yeah, no, I dig that.
I definitely love downtown.
Yeah. What's your favorite spots downtown?
I love the Hurrah
Okay.
and the oddity shop down there. That's super awesome.
That's where Paige set up her first CBD booth. Actually,
Yeah,
she had a booth up there.
I had a booth up there and sold my oddities and whatnot.
Hell yeah!
Done an art walk out in front of their business. They're really cool there. I love them.
Yeah, no, they do. And do you? What street's that on again? Wheeling?
Walnut.
Walnut. Yeah, it's on Walnut right there on the main strip of downtown. I always get Walnut and Wheeling mixed up, dude. Like always. I don't care how long I'll live in Muncie. I'll always get those 2 streets mixed up.
I still remember Muncie from being a kid downtown. I used to go to karate right there on Walnut. I think it's right there where Wishbone is. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's changed, but not a whole lot. It just got prettier.
Yeah. No, it definitely has. It definitely has. I agree. One thing that like struck me when you were just talking is that you said you were completely self-taught. You never had an apprentice. You never did an apprenticeship or anything. How is that viewed in like the tattoo community?
Oh, man.
Do you get a lot of hate for that shit?
I took a lot.
Yeah, like I thought
of
that was like a stigma going on, man.
I took a lot of hell in Muncie.
Yeah, and I think that's like I think it's pretty honorable though, man.
Yeah.
If you can do it and you like you said, you built up a loyal clientele. They like the style of tattoo that you do. Like, I think there's a lot of pride that could be had behind that as well. You know what I mean?
I definitely worked really hard at it.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you said you got like a lot of shit in Muncie for that, like how so? Like what? I mean, if you want to get into it, we don't have to get into it.
I mean, I tattooed out of the house for years and years and years and years, and always caught slack from everybody because other studios would be like, he's never learned, he's never took an apprenticeship, he doesn't know what he's doing. Which I mean,
why is the apprenticeship like so like valuable to tattoo artists though? Like why do they care about that? Because like I never took music fucking lessons and like that's never come back on me. Like no musician's ever been like, oh, you piece of shit. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't understand the mentality behind it, I guess.
I mean, you got different needle variations, you got different techniques, and I mean, in order to learn quickly, because it's took me 18 years to get where I'm at.
Yeah.
If I'd have took apprenticeship, I probably would have excelled a lot faster.
Okay, I got you. So that's the thing, is like they just want to, just networking more or less. So yeah, one of my questions was like how you wound up in Muncie, but I guess you've been here the whole time. So I've been coming here like every other weekend my whole life, but on those weekends I mainly spent time with my mom's side of the family. I didn't really go out to Muncie a lot. I didn't really start exploring Muncie until I came up here for college, and that's
Where'd you come from?
I came from North Salem, Indiana. It's like 30 miles west of Indianapolis. It's around like Brownsburg, Avon. Do you know where that's at?
I know where Avon is.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of around there. Like, I mean, we're still like a good fucking 30 minutes from Avon, 25 minutes from Avon.
You like Muncie better in your hometown?
I love my hometown, man. It's the people there are great. It's a town of like 700-800 people though. And honestly, I think I could be pretty comfortable moving back, but I know if I moved back there, like my girl would be bored out of her fucking mind. Yeah. Like we kind of have like that North Salem vibe where we're at now because we live on the north side of Muncie, but we're still like 5-10 minutes away from like like nightlife and like doing stuff with Piper, like taking her to the park and things like that. It's just we enjoy like the social aspect of living in a city more than a small town.
When I was living in Florida, we lived in Ocala. It was about an hour from Daytona. And me and my wife would go down to Daytona every weekend. Yeah. It was so great. I do miss Florida a whole lot.
Yeah. I'm actually going to Florida here in a couple weeks, going to Disney World, so.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, man. I'm pumped for it. I'm pumped.
Orlando's got a place called City Walk. You should check it out.
All right, what's there?
It's tons of, like, It's got Forrest Gump restaurant, tons of restaurants, and
Yeah.
it's got a little theme park at it and whatnot.
Where like what's the Forrest Gump? Did you go to the Forrest Gump restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
What's it like? Just like multicultural food, like from all over, or like what is it?
It's like shrimp and seafood, and I don't eat seafood. I hardly eat any kind of meat, so.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So,
why don't you like seafood? Is it because they're like
I
bugs
don't-
of the sea, or?
I've just never ate seafood.
Yeah.
I ate tuna here and there.
Yeah.
But
See, I love seafood, but I got a lot of homies that just like can't
Can't
do
do
it, man. They can't do it. I got homies that believe me shit about like eating
it's like
crab.
a texture thing for me, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
There's a lot of meats. I don't eat steaks. I'll eat hamburgers and chicken.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. See, I'm a steak guy through and through. I love me some
I was
steak.
watching a
man.
steak video on Facebook today, and I was like, why am I watching this?
Because it looks good. Because it looks good.
It's good.
But yeah, so you gave your first you said you gave your first tattoo when you were 16. Is that
Well,
also when
I
you
would
got
say
your first?
I was probably 15 because my son hadn't been born yet, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so did you get your first tattoo around the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, what was the first tattoo that you got?
I got my tattoo first, and then I started tattooing.
Okay. What tattoo did you, what was the
It's
first one that you got?
Right here on my arm, it was like right here, but it's back here. It says Jessica and Braden Campbell.
Oh, yeah? Who's Justin and Braden?
Jessica was my ex-wife, and
Okay.
Braden is my 19-year-old son.
Oh, okay. All right. Hell yeah, man. Damn, you got a 19-year-old son?
I'm a grandpa.
I got a 4-year-old daughter, but see, and that's another thing too. Like, I didn't realize that you were like 10 years older than me. You know what I mean? Like,
Everybody thinks I'm young.
yeah, which I would fucking go with it, man. Like, whatever, you know, enjoy that baby face. I got a baby face too, homie. This mustache would make me look like
yeah.
fucking
How old are you,
distinguished.
though?
27.
27.
Yeah, I'm 27, man.
That's a good age.
Yeah, I know. I keep telling people if I make it past this, then I'm fucking golden, man. Like,
You don't want to be part of Forever 27.
no, I do not want to be a part of the 27 club whatsoever. So after you got your first tattoo, were you just like, had you been like drawing before then, anyways, or?
Well, I don't know if you know Sean Tatman.
Oh yeah, I know Sean.
Well, me and him went
I
to
got some
school.
funny memories about Sean. I think everybody probably has
Oh,
some
yeah.
funny memories about
Great
Sean.
I remember back in high school, not high school, but elementary, he was a black belt, and he was a hemophiliac, and couldn't get hit, he'd bleed to death, and he had all kinds of little stories, but
Yeah.
I'd buy my art off of him, and I'd go home and tell my grandma, look what I drew. You know, he'd sell for 25 cents, and he done some really good art back then.
Yeah.
So.
No, he's an amazing artist.
He's really the reason why I wanted to be an artist and draw, and
Really, he's what inspired you too.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
yeah, he definitely is.
For those that don't know Sean, he's a Muncie legend. He's recently moved away. I don't know where he moved, and
I didn't know he moved.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't even say I knew where he moved away to, or maybe he just went on a trip. I just been seeing on social media. But yeah, even if I knew, I wouldn't say because it's none of my fucking business. But so yeah, I mean, after you gave your first tattoo, how long was it before you gave your second tattoo? Like, did you like?
I just started going in.
Yeah, just balls deep into it, man.
I've always been the type that I can put things together. Like the lamp I just sold yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I take things around the house and put it together. So I started making my professional equipment. I made a pretty decent machine. You know,
That's awesome, man. What'd you make the machine out of? Like, you just pieced it all together?
bent metals and
Okay.
took a motor. I made it look really good.
That's awesome, dude.
I
That's
had
awesome. So
a-
you made your very first tattoo machine?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
I made
Oh.
quite a few.
That's awesome, brother.
They'd
That's
go out and
awesome.
I'd make another one. But I had a
Is it just because you weren't old enough to go out and buy one yet? Is that why
Well,
you were making them?
back then, you know, a tattoo machine was $400 or $500 for
Okay.
cheap ones. Like today, you can get them for $5 a piece. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back then, it was a little harder to get. I got my first tattoo kit. It was a Huck Spalding kit. Came with a big, giant power supply and a couple machines and whatnot. But I used unprofessional stuff for a long time. I had a room in my house. I hung curtains on the wall in like a circle, and I had enough room for me and one person to sit in there. And
Yeah. That's awesome, though, man.
I think
But that's what I keep telling people about this shit. Because, like, all right, so I quit my job like a few months ago and shit. And, like, I knew that, like, I could make money online by selling CBD oil, but I did not want to be, like, a fucking, like, I didn't want to be a walking or, like, a living advertisement online.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something that would, like, bring worth to all this shit and, like, expand. And I keep telling people you don't need a lot to start.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at us. I brought my fucking phone, a charger, a tripod, and these like
It works.
earbuds, man, and it's working completely. I don't know how many viewers we have, which kind of makes me feel a little bit more comfortable.
I can't even tell.
I can't see it at all. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, so like you said, you were making your own equipment. You had a tiny room. You and one other person could fit in it. Like, if you got a dream, guys, just go out and fucking start doing it. Like, the only thing that's going to change your life is action. I promise you that, man. Like, I fucking promise you that. And so I had a good question off of what you just said, too, I feel like. And then I spaced it. So you opened up this shop a couple months ago, and you said that you had, like, opened up previous shops in other towns.
I had one. Me and a guy named Tony, we were out in Pennsylvania doing a shop, but before that I had Infinite Ink, which was a total tragedy.
Why is that?
I just had left my ex-wife, and I'd been with her for 15 years, and I wanted to go out and party, and so
I got it. You just didn't stay consistent.
I created a bad name for myself.
Yeah.
Off the gate by partying every day. Doing this drug and that drug, and so, you know, I created a bad name for myself in Muncie for long. I've done it to myself. Nobody else done it for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but that's awesome. Like, at least you fucking recognize that and can move past it and help. Like, the reason you moved back is because people were asking you to come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got tons and tons of tattoos that I do.
And that really surprises me, too, that you say you were like that. Because, like I said, my first impressions of you were always that he was, like, super fucking laid back and chill. So
yeah, I don't like to create problems or anything.
Yeah.
Anytime I was ever out to be here now, I was respectful.
Yeah, and I can attest to that. I can definitely attest to that for sure.
I had River's Edge across from Central. That's when it started getting better. I started
Muncie Central, across from the high school.
Yeah, across. There's a little black building with big koi fish on the side, but it really started getting legit then. I mean, I was still going out, but I was going to the bar and drinking every night and partying, and but I'm making it better for myself.
Yeah.
The shop's really going good.
No, that's
when
awesome.
The Board of Health came to open me, he's like, you know, you got a list of complaints against you about partying and this and that, and he said, I really want you to open and be good.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome, and I think you're on the right path. When I pulled up, I was it's actually like this shop is in an old trailer, right? It's a trailer that's been.
It's kind of like a small trailer. It was the office to the trailer park next door.
Okay, yeah, it was. I pulled up, and it's not what I was expecting whatsoever. But then you walk in, and it's just so neat. He's got like skulls everywhere, like homemade art, and that's the other question that I wanted to ask you. So you said you made things like you made a lamp that you just sold the other day. When did you start doing like sculptures and other type of art? Was it the same time you started tattooing, or was tattooing what got you into the other things?
Man, to be honest with you, when I got into tattooing, I didn't even know how to even draw anything until about 7-8 years ago. And I didn't really have an artist bone in me. I mean, I wanted to be an artist.
Yeah. And
I knew what I had to do it, but I just want to go gung-ho and make everything happen all at once. And
which I think is that's a problem that a lot of people have, man, is like, you just got to stay patient and be persistent with shit.
But really, I didn't start the art, the painting, and I done a mural in Florida last year for a guy, or a couple years ago, and it was a 30-foot wall by the top of 16, and you know, after I painted that, and I painted another shop that I worked at, and I got to thinking, man, I can do a lot more art than just that, and now I make dolls, sculptures, lamps.
So is most of the stuff that I'm looking at, and I'm going to get some B-roll shots, and like I'm going to try to create like a little vlog post out of this too. It'll give me something to play with. But is like most of the stuff that I see in here created by you? Do you have other people? Because I see like there's like a lot of like, you know, knickknacks and stuff, but like you were saying, the dolls and stuff, you created those?
A good portion of everything in here I've created. You know, like I got the lamp right here I created. And
yeah, I love it. And it kind of reminds me, have you ever seen those, you might have seen them on Facebook. It was like a guy that went out and bought old paintings, and then he would paint like Star Wars shit on them. That's kind of what your art is reminding me of. It's just like recycled like antiques or oddities that you would find that like you just make unique and put yourself into. And that's fucking awesome, man.
A lot of the stuff that I buy, I add my touch to it. There's a few things that I want, like my skulls and whatnot. I want
Yeah,
well,
which
I'm saying I won't now, but
you might.
I might find some use for them. But
yeah. And that's the thing is, like, never limit yourself either. I mean, shit, after I, like, announced that we were going to do this, I had a guy hit me up, and he offered me, like, money to, like, do an interview with him, and I was just like, man, like, I'm not going to say I'll never take money for an interview, but it's definitely, like, I'm not to that point whatsoever. Yeah. Like, I'm doing this to help people out, like, dude, if you guys want to interview, like, give me some merch to, like, rep you guys with. Like, that's what Mitch did. He just threw me a shirt, man, and I couldn't be more appreciative. That's awesome. Because, like, this is a token of, like, the very first interview or conversation. I feel like this is more of a conversation, which I really like, because I don't want it to be too formal or anything. You know what I mean? But I feel like this is a token of that, and it's something that I can always look back and, like, remember on and shit. So I really appreciate that, man. So, yeah, merch, guys. Like, I want merch. I want to rep your guys' shit in my videos. Like, I really don't have a whole lot of clothes, and I'm not going to have a whole lot of clothes. Like, if you guys give me more clothes, then I'm just going to, like, donate the shit that I have.
It's hard for me to find clothes that even fit.
Yeah.
There's so many clothes out there I want, but
yeah.
I fit them.
Man, like, I started doing my own laundry again, like, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that. Because I found myself, like, just becoming a total prick with my girl. Like, I'd be like, I was going to work, and I'd be wanting to wear, like, a certain shirt or something. And then I'd get mad at her when the shirt wasn't washed. Which I just realized is so fucking horrible. Like, I mean, that's, like, some double standard bullshit right there. So, I started doing my own laundry, and when I did that, I dwindled down what I had so much, man. Like, I can throw everything in one load. But I don't know, why the fuck are we talking about laundry right now? So yeah, is that like is art what got you into like collecting oddities and stuff though? Is that like what made you want to have this be an oddities and tattoo shop?
I went to a place in New York. I used to watch on TV. I don't know if you remember the Oddity Show.
No, I never watched it, man. Is it like Pawn Stars but with oddities or something?
Yeah,
okay.
And I got really interested because I don't know what strikes me about death, but I can picture gore and like the way the body, you know, if you get your arm ripped off, the way the bone and everything will set. So I've kind of been into the oddity side. I'm an odd person anyway.
Do you think that like roots from like horror films and stuff? Did you grow up watching horror films? Hell yeah, I got like, dude, me and my buddies used to watch that, like Dead Alive, like that was like one of my favorite. Anybody that doesn't know what Dead Alive is, I think it was the very first movie that Peter Jackson, the guy that did like Kong and shit like that, it was the very first movie that he ever made, or at least directed or written or something. But it's like a zombie movie about like a fucking monkey that bites a dude. And
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, dude, it's so.
You ever heard of Phantasm?
Yes, I've heard of it.
I made that lamp right there. It's a Phantasm lamp, but
okay.
That was the most scariest.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's so scary. When I was a kid, I'd hide under my blanket after watching. I wanted to watch it, and I'd done it to myself.
See, my homies like made me watch a lot of like steak and cheese videos back when the internet first came about. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you remember that shit, but it was basically just like a bunch of gore videos online, and it'd be like super fucked up shit, man. Like stuff that I don't even really want to talk about, but it'd be like super fucked up stuff. And watching that stuff, like completely, like I still like scary movies and shit like that, but dude, like it makes me queasy anymore almost. Like when I like watch like movies like Hostel and stuff, like I do see, and like I used to fucking love it, but my homies like ruined it for me with steakandcheese.com.
I remember Steak and Cheese.
You remember? Yeah, I think everybody was on Steak and Cheese. Dude, it was fucked up. It's kind of like what the dark web or like the deep web is now, but it was all just like out in the fucking open, man. And it was, yeah, you could literally see anything on there. And yeah, they'd be like, come on. I mean, I guess they didn't force me because I'd be like, all right, whatever. But I'd be like, fuck this shit, man. And ever since then, I just like. I don't know, man. I like feel good stuff anymore. But death is definitely something that like does fascinate me too. And like I don't think I've ever been, the only time, it's really weird, the only time that I can like think about like being scared to death is like during thunderstorms when I was like a really little kid. And then I'd start like praying and shit because like I grew up in like a Baptist family and stuff. So but like that's the only time that I can ever like really I know, like, I've, like, skipped death a couple times. Like, definitely. Dude, I almost got fucking whacked by a car on campus. I jumped back like a foot and just missed it. I ended up writing a song about it, actually. It never got any traction or anything. But, like, Mitch said, he didn't even know, like, I performed whatsoever. Like, him and I, like, this is kind of like a first interaction thing. And it was really weird, like, setting it up, because one of my big influences is, like, Adam 22 and No Jumper, which we were talking about that, which was really cool that you knew what that was, because you knew what kind of style I was going for. But when we originally set this up, I was like going to message you, and I was going to message him like a structure of like questions I was going to ask and shit. And then I was just like, I erased all that, and I sent him a message that said like, fuck that, I don't want to do that, because I don't want this to become like that kind of work. That's not what I enjoy doing. I enjoy like meeting up, talking with people, like off the cuff, like learning about them. And you know, we had a good like 10-15 minutes to kind of like warm up to each other, like when I first got here, and that was like all we fucking needed, man. And so yeah, with these videos, like I don't want to structure them too much, because I want to give it to the people like raw and like just show them who we are. Yeah. So I mean, I feel like we've talked quite a bit, man. Like, where are your goals with all this, though? So you opened up this shop in Muncie. Like, where do you? You know, it's really new in the scheme of things. Where do you see it 6 months from now, maybe a year from now, 5 years from now? Like, do you hope to be in the same spot? Do you want to, you know? Oh, shit.
Well, I do want to get a bigger building, because my oddity, because this is a tattoo, this is two businesses in one. I got my oddity shop up front, and then the tattoo shop.
Do you have to have them, like, licensed separately, or, like?
No.
No? Okay. All right.
No, I could have opened this before the tattoo shop, but I wanted to open it at the same time.
All right.
But basically, I want to get a bigger building, and I really love the oddity part, and I want to do, this summer we're going to do painting with kids. We're going to put like a canopy outside.
That's so awesome.
We're going to invite kids, and I'm going to teach them how to do like Halloween masks, and because I make Halloween costumes.
That's awesome. So you got like goals for like, and see, you got goals for other people, like, more than just yourself, it sounds like. Like, you're really, like, invested in, like, wanting to make this a community thing. And I think that's why you're going to succeed in this, man. Because, like, one thing that I've been learning about all this is, like, the more that you give, the more that you get back. And, like, I think that can be... I mean, people are, like, so fucking... People can be so stingy with ideas and concepts and shit, but it's just, like, you know, if you build somebody else up, you're going to, like, build that connection again. So, like, I think that's awesome that, I mean, yeah, painting with kids, I'm definitely bringing my daughter out here for sure.
Haunted house on Halloween, and
you did do one?
Yeah, I done it for kids, and
they
walked through. Yeah, it was in the parking lot. They walked through. We lined it with like black plastic all the way down. I put a bunch of skeletons, and I have a couple wheelchairs and different things like that out there.
That's so cool.
They walk through there, and then they would come in, and I had my chair set up here. They'd hop in the chair, they'd get a kid tattoo and a bag of candy.
That's so awesome. Yeah. See, and guys, I'm telling you, when you guys come out here, like, he's doing all this in, like, a small fucking space. Like, this space is, like, really it's a fucking trailer office, like you said. But, like, that's what I want to, I'm, like, I think that's so cool, man. Like, because I think that so many people build up all this shit in their head. They're like, I can't do this because I don't have enough. It's just like, no, you got to make use of what you do fucking have, man. Like, and that's what Mitch over here is fucking doing, and it's pretty cool to see.
I packed a lot of stuff in this little place.
You have, man, and I didn't even, like, I'm gonna go through and actually, like, look at it when I'm getting all this B-roll. I showed up, you know, like I said, like 30 minutes before. I had to go get another cup of coffee though. That's one suggestion I would say. Put a fucking coffee pot up in this. Let me, I'm going to go here, though. I think we've had a pretty good conversation. This has been a really fun cup of truth. I'm going to go to this comment section really quick, and we're going to see if anybody's, like, tuned in. Question for your awesome guest. What's your favorite tattoo you've ever drawn, tattooed on someone? That comes from Dimitri. Thank you, Dimitri. This dude was hitting me up, giving me some, like, audio advice the other day. So it's really cool, like, the community we're building up here. So yeah, the question again was from Dimitri to Mitch. What's your favorite tattoo you've ever drawn / tattooed on someone?
That's a really hard choice to make, because I love every tattoo I do.
Yeah. What's okay? So let's scratch that. Like within the past year, what tattoo like stands out? Like when I meet a tattoo artist, I actually say within the past week, what's like your favorite tattoo you've done?
My wife's got a whole leg piece that I've been working on, and it's my favorite.
Yeah, shout out Ashley Campbell too. She's in the back there, holding the fucking fort down. So much love to all the family members involved with this process. Is there any other one like that would like really stand out to you?
I've been working on this horror leg piece. It's got Jason, Freddy, Leatherface.
Nice.
Who else? Michael Myers.
Hell yeah.
I'm putting Chucky and Pinhead on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I absolutely love it. I'll show you a picture before you.
Yeah, that's gotta like fucking like just that's your roots, man. That's your roots. Did you
Thank-
grow up like watching horror movies like that?
Oh yeah, I've always watched them.
See, my mom, like, I mean, I was watching Poltergeist and shit when I was 3 years old. You know what I mean? Like, Chucky was my favorite movie by the time I was 7.
I think that's why I know what death is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
When I'm doing my weird oddities, because I've seen so many horror movies that it kind of sticks in my brain.
Oh, I dig it, man. I dig it. Yeah, that's... Where's the shop at? I need some new ink here soon. I actually said it at the beginning of the video. I'll say it again right now. But yeah, anybody that's just now tuning in, don't hesitate to hashtag replay. It's at 3907 East Jackson. It's like a quarter mile off the Muncie bypass, and they're open from 1 to 9 every day. They accept walk-ins and appointments. So if you live far away, like Dimitri, I'm pretty sure you live in like Indy or some shit, or maybe you live in Muncie. I don't fucking know now. But if you live like far away, I would definitely set up an appointment, because you don't want to get here and be all fucking booked up and you be SOL because somebody else got here first.
Which happens a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, guys, plan your shit out. I had a whole episode on like structure, how a little bit of structure is good for you. Like, you don't have to like hold it to a T.
That's what's been keeping me a better person. Structure.
Yeah,
Structure.
I mean, dude, like when we grow up with it. I mean, at least I went through high school and like all the school systems, and it's just like, and then when you're thrown out on your own, I think there should be a lot more like real world fucking teaching going on to these kids about like what the fuck to expect, how to fight boredom, man. Like, god damn. Like,
that's a big issue.
Yeah. Yeah, like you gotta like find ways to fight boredom, and like, creativity is huge in that. Like, I'm sure your art has helped you with that a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, this has been the first conversation with Truth. It's actually still just called Cup of Truth, but it's the Mitch Campbell edition. So thank you guys all for tuning in. All right, we got some more questions coming in, so we're not going to end this, dude. It's just now getting fucking fun. Dave Johnson, have you ever tattooed a bum hole?
Not quite, but I got really close.
You got close.
I done a left side of a butt cheek, and it's from inside to...
Yeah. Was
right by the bunghole.
Was the person squirming?
No, she sat still. We done it 2 days in a row. We done the outline, and then she came right back and got it shaded, I think, a day later.
That's awesome.
It came out really good, and I've never done a whole butt. But
what was it? I mean, if you want to talk
flowers.
About it. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
It's like a daisy and a rose and whatnot.
Shout out Ross. He said definitely going to come hit him up when I come home on vacation in January. Ross lives on like the other side of the world. I'm not even sure where he's located now, but I know him from Be Here Now as well. He's a really good guy. But yeah, man, we're up to like 9 likes on this video, dude. I think that's the most I've ever had while doing one. That's pretty fucking good, guys. I'm really happy like people are enjoying this shit. Roses really smell like poo, ooh, ooh. That's what Dave Johnson said. That's fucking, you're witty. You are a witty son of a bitch, Dave. I love you. Ross is working in Iraq. Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to assume. I thought that's what you were doing, but I didn't want to go out and like say that and then that not be it. Make myself look like a jackass. So yeah, guys, I think we're gonna fucking end this though, man. It's about 30-minute interview conversation. I think that's like perfect time for people to want to go back and replay it. If we get too much longer, like it might not have that replay value. But then again, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. Maybe like the longer ones will be better. Like, we'll find out. I'm gonna keep doing this. My setup's gonna keep getting better. I'd love to come back and talk with Mitch again after I get a little bit more like legit set up. Maybe sometime in the summer, we could see. Maybe we'll do like a vlog about your the painting with kids thing or something, man. Like put some traction on that.
Yeah, we're doing a Christmas thing right now where I'm giving, for every $20 that the person spends, I'm giving them $60 in tattoos. So
all right,
we've got a good little toy collection going on, but we're picking up a couple families.
What's that promotion again? Say that again.
Every $20 toy that you buy, you get $60 in tattoos.
Oh, damn, guys. So listen to that. Like, all you gotta, I mean, for every $20 you spend in like a toy, bring it to your shop, drop it off. They'll give you a gift receipt or something.
Either they can get tattooed that day, or if I'm got the time, or they'll get a gift certificate.
Okay, you guys can $20 tattoo, $60, or $20 toy for $60 worth of tattoos. That's a fucking steal, man. And that's dude, that's what I'm saying, Mitch. Like, you're doing shit for other people, man, and that's why this is gonna fucking work, dude. I know this is gonna work for you because, like, and you gotta fucking just keep that positive mindset, like, be selfless in it, and like, I mean, obviously we have to look out for our own, you know what I mean? But like, you're doing cool shit for everyone around you, man, and that's awesome. I love that. I like the raw setup. Yeah, the raw setup is pretty cool, man. I think it's a little like tilted too. I probably didn't even get the fucking camera. Like,
man, you look like a blob on it.
Oh, but yeah, the bright shirt definitely helped pop me out. That's for goddamn sure, man. That's for sure. And yeah, like I said, when I come up here, I'm gonna show you guys. Mitch hit me up and he's like, "Yo, what are you and your girl into?" And I was like, "Well, I really like music. My girl's really into like plants and shit." So he made me this shirt, and I was really hoping like me saying music wouldn't like deter him from like putting some like fucking cool like grungy shit on here too, because and it totally didn't. He put like a skull with like a fucking record player inside the brain and stuff, and it's an obscure logo, which is a pretty tight logo, and honestly it reminds me a lot of Evil Dead. I'm gonna need to get you a copy of that movie, man. Because, yeah, it's fucking awesome. I think you like it a lot. Yeah, that logo reminds me of Evil Dead, man. Where'd you get the logo? Like, where'd that...
I made that, man.
Yeah? Hell yeah.
My computer, I got a pen, and I can draw on the screen.
And I noticed the monkey's tongue is cut. Don't you have your tongue cut? Yep. Show the people that shit, see if they can see it. I saw that on a Facebook picture, man. That shit is wild. Shit's wild. But, yeah, guys, this has been a lot of fun. Again, we are at 3907 East Jackson in Muncie, Indiana. So feel free to stop by. They're open from 1 to 9 every single day. They'll take walk-ins and appointments. This is Mitch Campbell, and I've been D-Truth. Shout out all the people. Remember, you're the only thing. Do you have anything else you want to say, though, man? Like, before I fucking cap this shit off?
Nope, it's been real fun.
All right, cool, man. Yeah, just remember, you're the only thing holding you back, and stay up, because we're all we have. So
Actually,
let's go.
I do have one thing to say.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
This is an oddity shop, too, so if anybody out there wants to buy some weird stuff.
Yeah, like, even if you're not trying to get tattooed, tattoos aren't your thing. Come in and check it out, man, because, like, especially if you're into, like, horror movies and shit, like, you will love this place. It's awesome. And support the movement, man, because, like, you know, like you said, he wants to expand, and the only way that's going to happen is with support. But yeah, just remember, stay up. We're all we have, so let's go ahead and build some shit together. I love you guys. Check out this shirt real quick before I end this shit. It's pretty badass. It says D-Truth on it, like right here. But yeah, I fucking dig it, guys. Much love. Cup of Truth, out.